First, there has to be an anchor in the back. And if you have an anchor in the back, then all of a sudden you can start with containing the basketball.
It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Memphis Grizzlies. We're all set to bring you NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This homestand ends here for the Mavericks as they get ready to hit the road. They have been riding the bottom end of the middle of the Western Conference, 11th place right now.
And a frustrating matchup. I mean, they've lost 3 straight to this group. They'll have to summon maximum energy and passion if they're going to salvage a win on the season series.
Gut check time, or as you like to say, go time, partner. You can either hang your head and say they've got our number, or you can battle and fight till the bitter end. We'll see how they respond.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Green is the 3 with Zebo at the 4. A lot of defense with Conley and Lee in the backcourt. And it's Gasol. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. When you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Right. And so it's Memphis with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Lee passes to Randolph. Right block shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Randolph's got his first basket of the night. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Williams against Lee. Williams dishes to Henson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
Henson hits them both.
Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
Now, here's Gasol. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Chicago.
And he also controlled the backcourt as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
And it goes out of bounds. Mavericks last touch by Green. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Nowitzki. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Zach Randolph.
You know, in Dirk Nowitzki, you start to wonder if he's the best foreign-born player ever. Of course, you have a lot of competition for that distinction. I mean, you got Hakeem, Nash, Parker, just to name a few.
And back to the topic of Nowitzki as the greatest foreign-born player ever. I think Hakeem Olajuwon, Clark, is really his only challenger.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I'd keep Hakeem at the top of that list just because of his presence and impact at both ends of the floor. But Dirk, clearly one of the all-time greats in NBA history.
Now, here's Gasol. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Nobody near Parsons. Parsons missing again. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Conley kicks to Green. And Henson sends it back. It's stolen by Green. Here's Conley. And Henson sends it back. Parsons against Lee. There's the dish to Henson. Goes up the baseline. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Offensive rebound. Here's Gasol. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
Anderson, he's checked in for Dallas. And so Gasol nails them both.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Now here's Parsons. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Courtney Lee is on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. And he gets it to go.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate style.
Here is Williams, following the score by Memphis. Second chance shot. Here's Parsons. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Rick Carlisle for just a moment. He brought up Marc Gasol, a kind of sleeper player he thinks could give them trouble. Coach said he's a guy 7 foot plus. He's very skilled, can shoot and finish over either shoulder, and he doesn't shy away from contact. He's a guy you have to really pay attention to. And I've told our guys, we can't let him have a big game. Fellas, we'll see how they do against him.
Thank you, Doris.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not. And that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
A different look for Dallas. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for John Henson. Jeremy Evans comes in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Felton in for J.J. Barea. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Randolph. Barnes comes in for Green. Allen's checked in for Courtney Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Now here's Williams. 20 points for him last game against Houston.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. Udrich, the pass to Barnes. Wright outside. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Felton. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. Double team on Williams. Outside, Felton. On the wing, Williams. Goes up again.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Again, Williams missing. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The 3 from Barnes. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Barnes has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
High post try. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Williams has got his 2nd bucket of the night. Gasol drives in. Oh, a monumental buzzer beater!
What a thrilling shot for one team and a heartbreaker for the other.
Simply fantastic. Cool as they come. Even keel and flatline that one.
And Dirk Nowitzki still remembers the Mavs 2011 championship. He said he'd love to get one more before it's all said and done.
I mean, that 11th season I'll never forget, but once you tasted the victory, you see how great that felt and, how happy the city was, and it was just one big party over the whole summer, so you want that again. You want to experience it again.
Once definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Another trip there would be terrific for him. He's been to the finals twice.
Yeah, and you heard him. It was like the whole city was having one big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the 2nd quarter going back here. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the 2nd quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Anderson is out there with Felton. And it's Villanueva in at the 5 down low. Now here's Parsons following the miss by Zach Randall. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
And Dirk Nowitzki last season, I felt like the first time we saw real signs of wear and tear from all the years of him playing. His field goal percentage, points per game, rebounds, all off his career averages. And that said, though, he's still a crafty, dangerous guy to have to go up against.
Dallas moving the ball around. Villanueva, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Villanueva's got his first points of the night.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
He had a nice open look right there.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Outside, Felton. Villanueva with a screen on Conley. Felton dishes to Villanueva. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Villanueva's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, that was a pretty feed from Raymond Felton.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And a chance here to go to our rookie leaderboard and give a nod to the best long-range bombers of the past month. And you look at Anderson, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
Coming into the NBA, you knew he could stroke it from long range. And over the past month, he's shown us exactly that.
Just a high level of efficiency. That's the key. I mean, quality of shots he takes, but also his fundamentals. Anyone can host a launch party. This guy is consistent ATM. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now, here's Green. He's got 6. Conley gets the bucket.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Here's Villanueva. Lays it up and banks it in. Villanueva's got 6.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
And the dunk by Wright.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Dallas calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. John Henson comes in for Charlie Villanueva. And Barea subbed in for Raymond Felton. Lee with the steal. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Allen. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Barea. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Parsons outside. Nowitzki with the screen on Allen. Nowitzki a screen. Lee against Anderson. His first shot coming late. Second shot opportunity, and the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Henson.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Allen, that's good.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Barea kicks to Parsons. Nowitzki a screen. Parsons attacking. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package.
Some changes here for the Mavericks. Jeremy Evans checks in for Nowitzki, and Darren Williams is subbed in for Parsons. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Wright, he's checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Allen. Jordan Adams, he's checked in for Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. Now, seeing that in both Houston and Dallas, he gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, they've gotten the three-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
And the rejection by Evans.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the backboard.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Following the score by Dallas. Kick out to Adams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. The Mavericks leading. Some firepower, Clark, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, they've got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Evans, a screen on Carter. It's Anderson with the drive. Shot clock at 6. Evans passes to Henson. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. And it's 8 points now for Henson.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter, after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Green, and he gets it to go.
Udrih with the excellent feed that time.
The Grizzlies shooting their third free throw shot of the game. The free throw drops for Jeff Green. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the half. Williams up on top. Adams defending. Williams up on top. 7 points in the game. And it's blocked by Adams. Carter inside the three-point. Oh, he hits it! How about that shot?
Big time! Big time!
Incredible!
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Grizzlies lead by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, give them credit for getting out on that fast break. They made a concerted effort to run every time. Not once, not twice, every time, and it paid off in points. I also thought it wore down the defense.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting the timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Green. 9 points and 4 assists.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court.
And here are the Mavericks now. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5 for Dave Yeager. Handoff is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. On the wings, it's Lee and Green. And it's Conley in at the 1. There's the bucket. Good. Lee's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Grizzlies.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he had.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Randolph kicks to Conley. Offensive rebound. Here's Gasol and the powerful one-handed slam.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Darren Williams.
And, you know, one thing about Darren Williams, he used to get to the charity stripe at will. At the height of his career, he was averaging almost 6 free throws a game. The last couple seasons, he's been down around 3.
Now here's Williams. He's got 9. Wide open. Randolph grabs the board.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Gasol. The shot will not go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Outside Williams. Good work defensively by Conley.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Green, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And guys, one thing you sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
Charlie Villanueva's checked in for the Mavericks. Felton comes in for Williams. Now here's Felton. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Barea. And he makes good on the layup. And for Mike Conley, growing up, he played on some tremendously talented teams. Guys like Greg Oden, Josh McRoberts, his teammates.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he never had to really look for his own offense to win games with those kind of players around him. He came into the league more focused on setting up his teammates, and that's what he does well.
Felton kicks to Barea. Nowitzki a screen. J.J. Barea again. Now just a 1-point Memphis lead.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Villanueva with the bucket.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And so it's Memphis with it. Lee outside. Allen kicks to Randolph. To the paint. Here's Gasol. And that one is stuffed right through.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Anderson, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. Brandon Wright's checked in for the Grizzlies. Udrich comes in for Lee. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Conley kicks to Allen. Right down low. Villanueva's there. Tries from 10. And that's collected by Nowitzki. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Parsons, the open look. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
It's tipped. Anderson outside. He dishes it to Felton. The Mavericks rebound.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Here's Allen. It's good. This time the assist from Udrich. And that's 11 points for Tony Allen.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Mavericks trail by 3. Left side Anderson. Back to Felton. No good. Good work defensively by Conley. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Udrich dishes to Gasol. And the pass to Udrich. The 3. Allen shot is off. Dallas shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Nowitzki kicks to Parsons. The feed to Villanueva. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Feeds it to Nowitzki. To the paint. Here's Parsons. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Grizzlies have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Udrich, the pass to Gasol. And it's Wright missing.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Parsons attacking. He kicks to Villanueva. Out left to the wing. Villanueva with a screen on Allen. The offensive rebound.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. We've got Williams. Jeremy Evans is out there with Anderson. Then it's John Henson, and it's Barea in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Shots good by Lee.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now, here's Barea. He feeds it to Henson. That's short off the rim.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Barnes dishes to Green. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Here is Williams after Jeff Green's bucket. A 3 from Anderson. No good.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And it's Randolph with the jam.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, is really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Dallas calls timeout. And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's an instigator. He's an agitator. And he's a team player, I think, at the core. Everywhere he's gone, you know, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg, he's had that role.
It's a great point. I call him a glue guy. You know, he's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, you know, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe him.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
For Matt Barnes, I really felt last season was one of his best. He was the Tony Allen type defensive guy for Doc Rivers' team. Did all the little things, and he was efficient. Near his career high for three-point percentage and a career low in turnovers.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And I know if I were starting a club, Matt Barnes is the type of guy I would immediately look for. He's that tricky enforcer who has just enough skill to hurt you with his game. So him, in my book, equals winner.
Here is Barea following the score by Memphis. Dishes it to Anderson. Evans against Randolph. Dallas moving the ball around. 3 on the clock. A nice shot by Barea. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Conley kicks to Randolph. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Rejected by Randolph. Now here's Barea. Tight defense on him. Pass to Henson. Goes back up. Hangs in the air.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics. At least as I look at it.
A nice shot by Anderson.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Jeremy Evans. And Chandler Parsons in for Anderson. Right side, Gasol. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know Gasol is playing well. He has 12 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they needed him.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Grizzlies.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And so Gasol nails them both. Williams with the ball. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I think there's still enough time for them here, Kevin. I think there's a good chance they can make it happen.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Really, they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. And the way they did it in the first half, I think they've got to get back to trying that. It worked for them then. It should work for them now.
Allen's checked in for Memphis. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Conley. On the wing, Green. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 6th assist on the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Memphis leading by 11. Kicks it to Randolph. 1:58 left to play in the final quarter. That drops.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And slam dunk by Henson.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nowitzki. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Parsons' shot is off.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Green, the pass to Randolph. Back to Green. It's stolen by Barea.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Grizzlies.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
That's impressive on one side, but embarrassing on the other side, Greg.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Jeff Green. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Allen, that's good.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 8. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Four seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kept alive. Henson. Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. And here comes Parsons leading the fast break. And J.J. Barea the bucket on the assist from Parsons. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and he commits the intentional foul.
Shooting for Dallas, Michael Conley at the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, so now it's an 8-point game. Dallas calls timeout. They're behind by 8. 11 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, you know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, and I respect that, but at some point, if it's over, it's over. I mean, you need to be looking at the next one. This one's done. Forget about it. Let's move on.
And Zach Randolph drops them both.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Dallas calls timeout. They're down by 10. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
And Villanueva kicks to Felton. One deep. Misses there. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark, Craig, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jeff Green. He was the steady and reliable hand throughout the game tonight, stepping into more of a leadership role in this performance tonight.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
What a performance by Jeff Green. This is a man with a world of talent. A lot of times on the offensive end, he gets neglected. But when they pay attention and make him a focal point, he's tough to handle.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Think you wanna get rich? You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich? Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. They Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how I feel to can't afford like that. Off deck.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Precious few games left before playoff time as the all-important playoff seeding starts to solidify. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Golden State Warriors. Last game for the Warriors, they ended up with a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio. That game was high scoring. Tonight, they'll need to be better defensively. And we'll be seeing Zach Randolph in action in this one, and while he doesn't quite put up the big numbers he once did, he is still an absolute bulldozer, Kenny, out there at the 4 spot, and you can always pencil in a double-double.
Oh, you can. I mean,
that's a bulldozer backing up.
Oh, backing up. I got you. He's a big guy, velvet touch, light around the rim, won't dunk at all, but this guy finishes with the best of them.
He has the old man game, Kenny. He's one of the strongest players in his position. Very hard to move off the block. And he got a soft touch, too, for a big man.
Yeah.
Can you give me that bulldozer backing up again?
I thought it was more like beep, beep. Okay. Never knew it was a whistle.
That was impressive. Not.
It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Maybe the upper hand in this one. The Memphis Grizzlies won the last matchup of the season against the Warriors. Looking for the 3rd straight win against these guys this season. They've won them all so far.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Yeah, they got that second chance by virtue of forcing the overtime, and then things really swung in their favor after that.
So Golden State will get the first possession. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots, and it's Spates in at the 5 down low.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screen.
Conley with it. 8 points his last outing. And Doris Burke spoke with Steve Kerr. Doris?
He brought up Marc Gasol, a kind of sleeper player he thinks could give them trouble. Coach said he's a guy 7 foot plus. He's very skilled, can shoot and finish over either shoulder, and he doesn't shy away from contact. He's a guy you have to really pay attention to. And I've told our guys, we can't let him have a big game. Fellas, we'll see how they do against him.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Curry after Jeff Green's bucket. Curry dishes to Thompson. Spates with a screen on Lee. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Thompson's got 5.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Gasol. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
Zach Randolph is up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
And Randolph Clark can struggle in matchups against quicker power forwards or those spread 4s.
Yeah, but even though he struggles on the perimeter against those guys, he punishes them when he gets them inside in his operating area at the offensive end. Most big men have a hard time dealing with him in the paint.
Very good point. Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers even though he still plays under the rim.
This all no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right. And, you know, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Averaged a double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Conley kicks to Randolph. And it's Spates with the rebound.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Now here's Green after the miss from Stephen Curry. The shot. And again, Memphis no good.
And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last player to do that back in 1999. So it's a rare feat.
Conley kicks to Lee. Inside and stolen by Spates. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Tony Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies. And Golden State also making a change. Brooks is checked in, pushing their lead to double digits.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
To stop the run, that's good from Udrih on the assist by Wright.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Curry, who's coming off a 25-point game against San Antonio.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that one.
Now here's Barnes. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Lets it go with a three. Draymond Green pulls it in.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected plays like a coach who had done it for many years.
There's 1:38 left in the first quarter of the game. And Udrih kicks to Barnes. And his first shot of the game, no good.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys. But if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Burks can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Udrih. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Udrih has got his second bucket of the game to go.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. And he gets it to go.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Over in the corner, Barnes. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Barnes has got his first bucket in this one. Green with a screen for Curry. On the wing, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
The rebound by Ezeli. Warriors leading by 11. Up top, Curry, guarded by Wright. Barnes against Curry. There's the pick. With 4 seconds on the clock, that one wide left. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Warriors lead by 11. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Come on with it, with it. Me and you getting it up, don't even go there. Come on with it, with it. Come on with it, with it.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor. I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've done a good job of tonight, right from the start, is penetrating and scoring.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Maurice Spates out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in at the point. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of this game. And he makes the first. And Barbosa drops them both. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Conley kicks to Allen. Here's Randolph. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Barbosa against Conley. 13 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. And the Warriors lead by 13. And for Memphis, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And again, it's Zach Randolph. Randolph's got 4 points this quarter. The Warriors' shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Spade sets a screen for Barbosa. No good from outside. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Conley, the pass to Randolph. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Randolph's got 8 points.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Thompson for 3. Can't hit. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
First team foul.
Here's Randolph. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Dallas.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
I like the setup there. Green with a really rock-solid pick.
And the Warriors, also inking Thompson to that 4-year, $70 million extension. A big show of faith on their part, and it's looking like money well spent.
Now here is Barbosa. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Conley with it. Barbosa picks him up. Kicks it to Lee. Launches it. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead.
And now Klay Thompson with deeper pockets, but never one to splurge. His father taught him well. I mean, his rookie year, he drove the family hand-me-down. He bought his next car used, so his focus is clearly on the game, not the glitz and glamour.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds: disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
And the Warriors miss again. And here are the Grizzlies now. This run now up to 13-2. Conley kicks to Randall. Stolen by Thompson. Iguodala dishes to Spates. It's rebounded by Memphis. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game, as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Second team foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Marc Gasol is checked in for Randolph. Wright comes in for Allen, and it's Udrih in for Courtney Lee. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a load down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
And finished off by Wright.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot, and I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio.
Yeah, and it just wasn't about the offense. I mean, he was racking up the steals and taking advantage of some sloppy play by the opponent.
Here's Gasol, following the score by Golden State. And Green with the basket on the assist by Gasol. Green's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies. The Warriors have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Curry kicks to Green. Green with a screen on Green. Burks can't get it to go.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
A second chance effort. Here's Wright, and the rejection by Ezeli. To the paint, here's Thompson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
First trip to the line for him here.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Barnes. And it goes at the buzzer.
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
No explanation, no excuses, no hesitation, no fear. Just tremendous execution.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. Tell us a bit about the philosophy behind your game and how this team works so well together.
Yeah, I was just trying to come out and play my game and stay aggressive, I need to score to help this team win. I think me and the perimeter players doing a good job of that.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. The first quarter was a difficult one for Memphis. They tried to get their legs under them and establish at least a little momentum, and at their lowest point in the period, they were facing an 11-point deficit. They came out in the second quarter with a lot more energy and with some nice offensive stretches, and were able to even things up before the half. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
Well, how about that contribution they got from the bench? Nice. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. I would be surprised to see him dig a little deeper into that bench. Some games you just got to go with the lineups that are working and just improvise, Ernie.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Well, they didn't let this hostile crowd bother them at all. In fact, they seem to feed off of that hostility. Plus, sometimes when you're away from home, those distractions, your family, your friends, your fans, you can concentrate better. Okay, wait, did I just say my family, friends, and fans are distractions? Okay, let's go to the next thing. Let's go.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
We talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
On the wings, it's Lee and Green. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Rejected by Randolph.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the backboard. And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Here's Randolph. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. Randolph kicks to Green. Memphis moving it around. The feed to Conley. Baseline J on the way. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well, and what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Outside Conley. Here's Gasol. Count it, and the foul. He's going to be on Maurice Spates. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Spates sets a screen for Curry. Pass to Spates. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Lee passes to Conley. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Randolph against Green. Randolph dishes to Gasol. Another shot, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. They'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Allen's checked in for the Grizzlies. The Warriors also with a sub. Barnes is checked in. The Grizzlies have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. The Warriors trail. Curry kicks to Barbosa. Barnes passes to Curry. Here's Spates. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Conley kicks to Randolph. It's stolen by Curry. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Here's Green, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Green dishes to Gasol. Pocket 2. Shot, high post. Good! Gasol's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Curry gets the bucket.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Right side Gasol. Barbosa with the steal. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Allen. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Without question, Zach Randolph displaying his skills today.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Some changes for Memphis. Brandon Wright's checked in for Randolph. Barnes comes in for Green, and it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Golden State also making some changes. Azili comes in for Maurice Spates, and Alec Burks subbed in for Andre Iguodala. The Warriors have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third, a 75% clip. Barnes kicks to Curry. But they recover it. Here's Burks. And again, no good by Golden State. For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% for the field. Curry against Wright. Shot from 16 and off the glass. That one's good. And that's 19 points for Steph Curry. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Another miss by Curry. And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, a first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws, a testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
Barbosa against Barnes. It's Allen on the wing. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Clock at 6. Gasol passes to Wright for the lead. And Barbosa pulls it down.
And, you know, going back to Ezeli, impressive physically. 7 foot, 7'6" wingspan, 5% body fat. If his skill set ever catches up with his natural gift, watch out. Watch out.
Gasol, no good.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Second chance shot, and Allen with the block. Here's Udrich, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Oh, what a monster shot to close out the third. They've taken the lead going into the final quarter.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And so it's Golden State with it, trailing by 2 on the court for Golden State here in the fourth. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots, and it's Spates in at the 5 spot. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Curry. Curry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Grizzlies shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Gasol kicks to Green. The Warriors pull it in.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Lee outside. Gasol against Space. And finished off by Gasol.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And so here is Golden State. The Grizzlies making the shot. Curry with a wide open look. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. And that's now 22 points for Steph Curry.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skill. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He told us, guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it, and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
And thanks for that story, Doris. And we were talking about Iguodala's free throw shooting. It really is a miracle. He's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the second worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes, Kevin, it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss a few and it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you're trying, the worse it gets. Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Lee, look at that chance. I mean, just beautiful.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He's got 24 points and 8 dimes.
And we've all watched him just be an unstoppable force here tonight.
Well, nothing they've done on the defensive end has been able to slow him down. I mean, he's doing exactly what he wants to when he wants to do it.
Now here is Conley, and it's Randolph penetrating.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Timeout called the Warriors. Clark, thinking back to when Mike Conley was drafted 4th back in the 2007 draft, 4th overall. He wasn't an instant star, but he has gotten better every season.
Yeah, it took him a little while. I mean, he was only a freshman coming out of college back in 2007, a slow start. He had to fight for minutes, grind away. The Grizzlies kept trying to get his replacement, it appeared, but he stayed the course, and now he's their franchise point guard.
Off the pick. Goes up again, and Green with the lay-in. And the Warriors lead by 5.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
They kick it out to Green. Back to Lee. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Randolph, and it's Memphis with another.
You know, you think back, Grizzlies contemplated trading Mike Conley early on in his career, and I tell you what, aren't they glad that cooler heads prevailed? I mean, his rise has helped propel them to one of the top teams in the Western Conference. He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And stolen by Spates. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Iguodala. Lee with the block. Randolph dishes to Green. From downtown, Conley's shot is off.
And Mike Conley may be the best player in the NBA never to make an all-star team. I really feel like it's unfair to call him underrated now, because if you go around our league, all teams respect what he's been able to do in Memphis.
Now here is Conley after the miss from Klay Thompson. 6 to shoot. From deep, Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
They recover it. Iguodala no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Conley with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. From deep, Green, and that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists in the game. Timeout called the Warriors. They're ahead by 2. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. And Memphis making a change here. Allen's checked in. Outside Curry. There's 1:47 left in the 4th. Here's Thompson. And off the prior, and in it goes. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Don't take your eyes off of him, because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Curry. And it's Green with the jam.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Grizzlies have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. The drive by Randolph. Here's Gasol, and there's a dunk to finish it off.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, but that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're leading by 4. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one. .121 left in the fourth quarter. Spates sets a screen. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Offline with his 3. It's Allen with the drive. Pass to Green from past the arc. But they get it back. Gasol kicks to Allen. Back to Gasol. Second shot opportunity. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Green kicks to Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Conley for 3. The shot misses. Curry was a nice D. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. Money!
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're losing by 4. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, time, a huge factor right now. They've got to get points and then the foul.
Yeah, it has to be quick because every tick is critical.
Randolph passes to Allen. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Yeah, the defense had better watch out. He is starting to feel it.
Greg, he knows it's time to take over. His time to take over, and you're right. They've got to play him much tighter.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're losing by 3. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Randolph. Buries it. And that shot brings them to within just 1. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 3. 8 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. Connects.
And really a late play on the glass there to get that second chance opportunity. He's having one of those games that we've really grown accustomed to seeing him put forth.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're up by 1. 1 second left here in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
A 3-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were all over the place tonight, getting it done for your team. How do you prepare for this next game?
It's tough, but, you know, for me, I got fresh young legs, not playing heavy minutes, so I'm excited. And they got us in their place, but, you know, we're looking for redemption.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team. How'd you feel about his performance, Kenny?
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
Well, he came to rescue the team tonight, Ernie. Things were getting desperate for him, and the consecutive losses kept mounting. But he put him on his back, and he responded exactly the way he needed to.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.